Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Today I'm meteorologist Al Peterlin. This is a weather report for August 16th. I'll be talking about the weather health impacts. We have additional graphics at tpatw.com. We maintain a storefront on Amazon. Looking at the surface map for Sunday, we have a frontal system stretching from eastern Montana clear down into really about Denver, all the way down to Oklahoma City, and then back up through St. Louis to Detroit, with a warm front stretching across Buffalo all the way down to Raleigh, and that warm front lifting into New England. Lots of showers and thunder showers ahead and along that frontal system from Indiana across through southern Missouri into Oklahoma, and then back up the high plains and into the northern Rockies. Looking at our vitality index, which is a weather health index for those particular areas where a specific weather element will have some impact on human health, and we're going to focus here on Idaho. Note we have something going on here in central Texas, a little bit of activity up the high plains, lots of activity about the upper Mississippi and Great Lakes area. The southeast, of course, is cooking, and we have something going on with that warm front lifting into New England. Looking at the change in pressure, we have falling pressure across much of the Northeast, really from Michigan through Ohio down into West Virginia, across all of Pennsylvania, upstate New York, across New England, mostly Vermont, New Hampshire, and note we have falling pressure across those Canadian cities from Windsor all the way to Quebec. Looking at the change in temperatures, we're really cooking across much of the country, but notice for Sunday we have a surge of warm temperatures all the way up the high plains from eastern New Mexico all the way up through Colorado, Wyoming, up into the easternmost portions of Montana. Note also that we have significant warming here in Idaho. Looking at the change in dew point temperatures, again, very interesting as we have falling dew point temperatures here across central Texas and across Iowa up into Minnesota. Note we have rising dew point temperatures here in New England. The vapor pressure story, though, is even more interesting as we have falling vapor pressure in central Texas. But note we have rising vapor pressure to the south, significantly rising vapor pressure in a line across the panhandle of Texas, across Kansas, into Missouri, and into southern Illinois. Note we have falling vapor pressure again up here in Minnesota and the lakes. We have rising vapor pressure here in New England. Says a lot about the activity that'll be going on, especially in the plains. Note also with the lifted index, which is a measure of instability, and you'll see we have instability in that same general area of Missouri into southern Illinois and Indiana, and then still keeping that instability across the southeast and Florida. Looking at the change in oxygen availability, we have some migraine stresses here in southwestern New Mexico. We have significant area of migraine stresses here, northeastern Oklahoma, almost all of Kansas, across most of Missouri, all the way across Iowa, into southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois. We also have some migraine stresses here along the Florida Panhandle into southern Georgia. We have asthma and arthritis stresses, rather significant along the coast of California. Significant area of asthma and arthritis stresses here in Iowa rather. Gotta love those eyes. And then of course we have another asthma and arthritis stress across eastern Wyoming, eastern Colorado, a touch here in southeastern New Mexico. A significant area of asthma and arthritis stresses across southern Michigan, upstate New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. And again, we pick up those Canadian cities from Windsor to Quebec. Thanks for visiting the patient and the weather. Your comments are appreciated. And if you hurt, tell us where you're located.